This is the wedding doc. Take one. I don't know how to be normal.
It's pretty accurate, Vince. I was very attracted to him, and I wasn't quite sure why he was in my life because my missionary was coming home in about a month. And so I was trying to ignore it or see if I needed to pursue it in some way. So in my mind, I was like, I'll ask him on a date, and then I'll see him as an option, and I'll be able to make my decision about my missionary.
I knew this going into it. I knew that she had a missionary, and she told me on the trip that she was planning on marrying him before the end of the year. And I was just like, okay, whatever, hands off. I'm just not going to mess with that. And then one day in church, 2 weeks before she left, I got the feeling that I needed to ask her on a date. That I needed to ask her out. And so I was trying to figure out the best way to do it. And then we ended up talking on Wednesday night. We went on a walk and we talked, and I told her that I liked her, and then she told me in about a 2-hour version that she liked me. But she ended
it. Was complicated.
Yeah.
My missionary got home and dated him for 5 days, and it wasn't right. There was nothing wrong, but it wasn't right. And so I called Tanner the next day and told him all about it. And then he said, so what does that mean for us? And we've been dating ever since.
Yep.
And so.
Waiting for the marriage has been great. Not having sex is hard.
This is true. But we're good. We try not to be alone together after midnight unless we're walking around outside. And so the fact that it gets cold at night and we have to say goodbye at a certain time is a really good way of preventing us from being alone. It stinks because I think the worst part about being engaged is you just want to be married already. You just want to be able to do your homework late at night at the same place and not have to think about packing up and leaving and going home at a certain time.
So the idea is to not have sex before you're married.
Or sexual relations.
Or sexual relations. We have come up with a set of rules that are specifically designed to cater to our needs and our situation individually. We're only allowed 2 5-minute makeout sessions a week.
This is true. We have to set a timer. Legitimately, we set a timer.
Mm-hmm. It's the most annoying sound ever when it goes off. I'm just a very strange person. And the thing I love about Shelby is that she accepts my quirks and loves me for them. It's what makes her perfect for me, because instead of just being like, I can deal with his quirks, she loves me. And every time I do something where she just gets this big smile on her face, and she loves me for it. She is by far the greatest thing that has ever happened to me.
Planning the wedding has been a little bit stressful. We got engaged at the beginning of October, and we're getting married in January, so that's about a 3-month engagement, which isn't terrible, but it's pretty fast to be planning during one of the most busy semesters of my college career at this point. My dad isn't a member of the church, so when we were first talking about getting married and trying to plan out when we would get married, he wouldn't take it very seriously. I just think that he makes some of the comments that he does and reacts the way that he does because he doesn't know how to deal with this. I'm his oldest kid, and he's trying to learn how to let go and doesn't really know how. It comes out in the way that we plan this wedding.
I think this one has Biscoff in it.
Mm-hmm. This one does.
Pretty sure I just tasted Biscoff.
You did. This one's good.
So this is the one you like better?
I love him because I've never known anyone to care so much about service and serving me. Seeing how well he knows me and how well he responds to me makes me want to be more like him and to serve him. And because of that, I think he is the perfect person to make me more like my Savior.
Marriage is daunting, but if you move forward with faith, everything works out.